At Braintree and PayPal, I saw how long it took to get merchants live. It was always a tedious process. And from conversations with peers across the ecosystem, I knew it wasn't just us. Everyone was frustrated by the same issue. This was due to the fact that integrating a new payment service isn't a simple task. For merchants, it's a major engineering project. In the context of all their other priorities, it could take months to complete. That was far from optimal. Merchants had to slow down and become payments experts just to scale. Providers couldn't keep up. Growth was held back from everyone. We started Primer to change that, and we have. With Primer, merchants only need to connect once to instantly access the services they need. Primer has plugged into providers, allowing them to go live with merchants in weeks, not months. Primer is now the distribution layer for PSPs, payment methods, and fraud providers, lifting the burden from merchants and speeding up their growth. The strength of our relationships with JP Morgan Payments, Checkout.com, PayPal, Visa, Forder, and many others prove that. Together, we're processing billions of dollars from businesses globally. Let's hear from a few of our partners about the value they get from working with Primer.
Working with a wide range of partners such as Primer allows us to focus on ensuring that our clients have the right technology to provide them flexibility, control, and performance improvements, as well as complementing that with payments processing in terms of the local payment needs they have in each of the markets. And working with Primer allows us to have more use cases that we can solve for, from having a trusted partner and a technology stack, complementing our payments processing, meaning that we can reach a wide range of merchant verticals and use cases. We've seen very positive impacts in terms of our merchants. We've seen one of our merchants has had an uplift in terms of authorization rates and is focused on innovation rather than the operational side of payments. It's a highly collaborative team, which results in clear communication, clarity, consistency, ensuring that our clients have the best experience with us both. There's significant opportunities here. When we look at the ease that merchants have to implement in terms of the Primer platform, combined with the payment methods that we have on a global scale, what we can do is ensure that we're powering our merchants in a simplistic way, but optimizing their payments and increasing conversions.
Obviously, merchants are more and more demanding, and they deserve and they should be. And I think for the global reach, the partnership between Primer and Checkout.com is critical for the expansion. Primer is able to reach everywhere in the world with new payment method, and Checkout.com is proud to be able to partner and at the same time have the performance to deliver for companies like Get Your Guide or Love Holidays on the platform and make sure they have the highest acceptance rate and the best fees possible. And that's, I think, is a good partnership together. There's great value to have partnerships. I'm a true believer that we need to work with multiple companies to be successful. And I think the value is very much, we're very payment geeks. And I think is how we can solve merchant problem on a global scale. And I think working with teams that are dedicated to have the best APIs, the best acceptance rate, I think this is where the true value is at the service of the merchant. We've seen significant results and we had very good wins this year in 2025 as a partnership, and companies like Love Holidays, Get Your Guide have seen an increase of acceptance rate. I think they educate themselves much more on payments of how we can work better on a global scale together. Working behind the scenes with the Primer team, I think we have a lot of Slack conversation, a lot of discussions for emails of how we can improve every single basis points, every single APIs, every 3DS redirection. And I think that's where we need to work with partners like Primer to make sure we have performance for the merchants on the acquiring side on different payment methods. And I think that's how you collaborate with companies, is make sure you deliver on performance and at the same time have a global reach. The world is changing a lot in payments. There's new payment methods every day and new countries that want to launch new schemes. And I think it's very important that we all keep up to date, because the merchant and their own consumers will keep to date. Like tomorrow with a new payment method in Colombia, with new schemes in UAE. I think it's very important that you keep up to date. You make sure that your platform is able to deliver the latest APM or schemes that will deliver the highest acceptance rate, the cheaper fees, or just answer the consumer demand. And I think that's where a true partnership between both platforms and both companies are very important.
The success these partners are having has echoed across the payments ecosystem, sparking so much demand that we're now receiving more requests than we can possibly handle. But what if these providers didn't need to wait for Primer to build the integrations? And what if those providers already integrated with Primer could do even more? What if they could see exactly how their service performs across their base and use that insight to refine, optimize, and create more value? What if they could innovate faster, launching new features, expanding coverage, and tailoring experiences to merchants' needs? That's what we're delivering with the launch of Primer for Partners. We're excited to share that we're opening the gates and allowing any service to build directly into Primer, own their integration, and make their products instantly available to merchants. But Primer for Partner isn't just about distribution. We're building a platform for partners, giving them the tools to create more value for their merchants. Partners will get unique insight into how their services perform across their entire base. This will give visibility they've never had before. They can refine capabilities, spot opportunities, and continuously improve outcomes. Since day one, Primer's ambition has been bigger than orchestration. We've always aimed to be the connectivity platform that breaks down silos and builds an open ecosystem where the best solutions win and everyone grows faster. That's the future we're building with Primer for Partners. Starting from now, I believe that Primer will be the default way merchants and providers work together.